Happy days. It is time for some FACEIT League. Let's go. We're getting into week 4. We're approaching the halfway mark here of season 6, like the last real true season here in 2025. We're going to look at NA Expert here tonight. We have 2 of your 3 undefeated remaining teams. Remaining 2 of your 3 remaining undefeated teams. There we go. I got it right. Those who GAF, DhillDonkeys, Bo 6-0 coming in. The upstarts, the team that just kind of came out of nowhere and snuck in under my power rankings and have now jumped all the way up to the very top. As these, I guess 3 weeks have concluded as they've unfolded. And also, so you have one kind of the unknowns who snuck in. Then you have DhillDonkeys, who just kind of came in and surprised everybody, who showed up and were like, by the way, we are the real deal. Taking wins over both Project Villain as well as over Aurora Noctis, both of which I had rated fairly high. Those who GAF also coming in with a win over Aurora Noctis earlier this week, putting Aurora Noctis, the team that I had as your number 1 seed, down into 4-2 and kind of right in the thick of things. We have got a very, very important head-to-head. The Donkeys of all teams, the Donkeys coming in with a unprecedented wink last week. Those who GAF move up 3 slots after big wins last week over Aurora Noctis being the most important one of those dubs. Oops. After wins over Project Villain and Aurora Noctis. And then Nog Academy the week before, also Carter Garden previously. This is... these is a significant 6-0 that GAF have put up here so far. We're going to see something similar on the other side, given this. So Noctis and Project Villain, remember those two. As we go look at the Donkeys, it's going to look eerily similar. Not as many top tier teams, but you still have Aurora Noctis, Project Villain, and Crimson's feel like they've been stepping up and kind of getting their act together. So I'm starting to put more and more weight behind this win as the weeks go on. What a stretch before the Donkeys, though. You have GAF, Jurassic, and Archelon here in front of you. Jurassic 4-2 and showing 12 in the standings. But once again, if we pull up those power rankings, I feel like Jurassic are the real deal. I've actually got them at 7th in our power rankings. I think this is kind of more an accurate representation of where they are. Donkeys are they stronger than this? We moved Donkeys up from 14th to 5th. Maybe it was 12th. They made a huge jump, the +7. What can they do from here? So a win over Aurora Noctis is one of the reasons that we were confident in them jumping so high and moving them above Project Villain because they beat them as well. Do they belong even higher? This is a very telling match here tonight. I still have Archelon rated at number 1. Does that hold? We will learn a lot here in week 4. A lot of punching power here. For DhillDonkeys. You got a lot of DPS in this roster in general. GAF are getting pick, which means Donkeys will get first ban here. Delicious cup of tea, ready for a great night of Overwatch. I appreciate everybody being here. Let's get you some Preds. How about some Preds? I see a Baptiste ban there from the Donkeys. GAF will be starting in the red outlines, which, I love that. Red logo, red outlines. I'm on board. But a hell of a Monday. We're going to kick things off on Oasis and get ready to get into this match tonight. Tracer ban here from GAF. Let's get a map one. Oh, and of course the margins broke.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Quick roll out from Encore and a swap to the Venture. We get ready to head into University for this opening map. I think it might just be a fight for the hallway, one where Bakura just goes storming through. Recognizes its teleport to the high ground and retreats back with the rest of the team. I do like the drive looks this season. I'm maybe find a little bit of time to get a little bit of that in. I don't have much. Drop down from Fern. Ooh, this is a huge opening there for Donkeys to get this first cap. They're starting making it's a big risk to even step in and onto the point. Still, Fern is able to get back up, return. Freedom comes down from the high ground and is able to pick up a big kill on a Frozen. Follows up and finds Damien Dapp as well. And Freedom. And circling in with beautiful timing on the attack alongside Fern's great return. And we get a cap here from GAF. And some clean follow-up there at the end of the fight. Flipped a coin and it told me to go all in on GAF. But you know what? I mean, that feels about right for these two teams. Great opening pick from Fern. Oh, and Freedom follows up to find Bakura. Just to extend the amount of time that Donkey's got to wait before they can get back into this one. So far, there's been only one death there from GAF. Donkey's finding Encore at some point in these opening two fights, but Encore has been able to get quite a bit of revenge. Oh, great Vortex. And Encore will die for a second time. Blizzard thrown in. I believe Fern did have the cooldowns to get away. Terra Surge reels in too. And Freedom is able to hit them both with some nice shots there out of the overclock. Those who GAF have just looked so clinical here. So in this opening minute and a half. That's a swift step Kitsune in from Juba. I don't know if I actually got that in there. A caution. Trying to throw in the late return. Counterpunch. Sound barrier available. It's going to be Encore actually starting off with the Tectonic just to try to devalue the rush. You know, throw an Earthquake over the Fox-laden streets. Squid finds Aspect separated from the team. Drops in a sound barrier in over the top to try to leverage this 5v4 into an opening round win. Damien Dapp was able to respond. And Donkeys get the Annihilation in play. Not be able to catch Encore. There's no burrow available. Encore will go down. Is there enough sustain? Bakura low, but gets the shield in. Akasha shows up for some heals. A beautiful shot from Freedom. Keeps things interesting. Still, the Donkeys hang on to get some percentage for the first time. I know. Still can't believe Donkeys are 6-0. I know. Again, it's not strength of schedule either. At least not the last couple games. Oh, that's gonna be a boop off the side. I mean, there you go. And then, I mean, just when you're like, how are the Donkey? Oh well, you know, there's a quick 3-4 picks on the board. That's how they do it. Aspect just gets a swift, beautiful 4-piece. Who are you? Are you there? What was that? I also love the soul skin to go with this. Very who are you pilled. Maybe a little bit more. Was that like Fleta? Like old Fleta? Soul Dynasty Fleta? All right. Freedom's gonna fight too. Caution going down. Aspect trying to save this fight once again. Ferd's not having any of it here in this fight. It was a hard fought there from Donkeys and a beautiful previous fight there, but Aspect will not find the same efficacy. Eventually, we will get the 1-0 lead here as GAF closes out University. But you know what? Sending a message. And a message of fun. That's what I got the message that this team is here to play, and this is going to be a fun match. That was the message I got.
Ready for battle.
Took the wrong carry perk, actually tilted. Yep, double swift step going away. You can see Akasha has it. That will no longer be in the game after Tuesday. We are getting the super powerful Suzu. Woo! Aspect. Wow, what an opener and what an important kill to find. Taking the hit scan down. I mean, it's just an immediate disengage here from Fern and the rest of GAF. And that'll be first cap. That'll be first cap. Aspect pushing up to the high ground. Been able to get Freedom up there. See Squid trying to hold. Squid and Encore both trying to keep Aspect at bay. Aspect, ooh, could not get the climb. Encore moves in for the finish. Does get the climb and gets the kill. No way, what the bait? Jumps back down, the deflecting the shot from Frozen. And then it's the Donkeys coming out with a win here in fight 2. Swift, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. That's gonna be both Kitsune rushes immediately thrown in. Gosh, he's able to get the heck out, but cannot get the Suzu down in time to save Vakora. So we're just gonna get an Encore 3-piece as they just hold on to Fern's belt and follow them around the map with that smart excavator. He kind of got towed around. He's like, wee! Woo. That was almost a second headshot. I mean, it wouldn't have been the kill, but it would have been close. Oh, Juma got yanked down there by the vortex. Uh-oh. Freedom landing some decent shots. Gonna drop the OC. Try to hard swing out. Makora wasn't having it. Squid gets the Sombrier down, but it's not in time to save the Soldier. A little bit of a fight here from both of the flankers getting involved, but Frozen out here to help with that exchange. Freedom not there. And just a huge DPS advantage, nicely leveraged by Donkeys out in that battle for Courtyard. This is going to eventually turn into a kill onto Fern and a flip at this point. You see Freedom just not getting back in, just now kind of getting back into this fight. It's a good camera angle. You like that, y'all? It's a good one. Gets in there, rush over main. This team is very spread out. Look how far in Aspect is going for it. You have the Deadeye to back it up. The double DPS ults will get some efficacy, some kills, some value, but Encore and Fern have been able to strike back with a tectonic surge. Or is it a Terra shock? I think that's a Typhoon Earthquake combo of some sort. It's gotta be a good. It's like on the tip of my tongue because you have like terraforming and earthquakes are kind of like two ends of the same coin, right? Like, there's a good combo name in there, y'all. I just can't quite put it together yet. I'm incubating on it. Like you can almost hear those gears grinding a little bit. All right, let's see if those rusty bastards come up with anything. Nice kill from Encore here to start this fight. Sound barrier tossed in here from Damien. As Frozen's already picked up Encore. Fern gets chased down. Great vortex. Frozen leverages that into a beautiful pick on a Freedom from across the map. Well, I mean, I say across the map. I mean, it was from main. Still, I mean, it's still a pretty shot. When we get to round 3, we're headed to City Center. Revive this opening map. Aspect moving over to Sombra. Interesting look here for interesting change. Their teams kind of come in from their respective corners, kind of meet here by the pillar. Bakura looking a little overwhelmed at the moment. Fern knows it, giving chase, low, the Nemesis pop, the block is there. Both aspects of Bakura low. Kasha tried to, as always, keep as many plates up in the air and alive as possible, but Freedom is able to break one down. Woo! Beautiful pair of headshots! And that's a triple kill there for Freedom. That was nasty, that was gross. Oof. Aspect to swap off the Sombra, goes back over into this Genji. Bakura, you're so handsome, Bakura. That's Dawes there. Giving a little encouragement from chat. Bakura trying to fight their way back in and onto this point. You got some point presence playing off a stair side. See good high ground coverage there from Aspect. His concern right now is Freedom on the high ground could have a concerning rush to move in with. Frozen looking to open up some of that space. Maybe see if they can get an attack in on the tank, but no such luck. Fern still as healthy as ever, and Akasha. Well, now watching some numbers, counting down. Another good fight there from Freedom. The more patient, did I say patience is a virtue? Seemed to be there for Freedom in that fight. Chris Theory. Christopher says DhillDonkeys will win. It's good theory. That was a lot of cooldowns just kind of thrown in for no reason. Interesting move. There's a quick rotation and go back around stairs. I'm surprised we didn't get advanced. It's very slow recognition from Donkeys on this rotation. Maybe they just got the ground they wanted, and so they're happy. If they don't have time to play with. They don't have time to sit around and be content and rest on any kind of laurels, no matter where they are on the map. Bakura low is going to end up falling. Akasha is late moving in on this. And this whole fight has just looked a little lackluster. Now the Beat Blade combo, but you know, the Sound Barrier on the other side to work through. Tectonic Shock to play around. Aspect not going to be able to find the kills through this one. And a sloppy final fight here from the Donkeys. Still in it. Oh, well, yeah, they were. Damien Dab not able to get back for the touch. GAF will close out this map 1. That Liquid Venture is so good looking. I love it. I was just thinking that as it zoomed in on, as Encore got play. Such a good looking skin. I just love the Venture skins. I mean, well, that is true. I also love the Liquid skins. I think the Team Liquid skins just look really good. Well, circuit pick, and Donkey's choosing to go on the defense first. A bit unusual. Venture banned from them as well. Let's go look at some stats there from map 1. Honestly, pretty close. I mean, Donkey swung it back there in that second round pretty heavily. Then you end up with a very even-looking stat card. I believe one of these they staved off the reverse sweep. Okay, yeah, they didn't stave off the reverse sweep here, but they did take the win on control against Noctis. But lost circuit. When that was Noctis's pick. Although everybody's kind of choosing that right now. They also took the win on Busan against Villain. So in both of those two huge dubs from DhillDonkeys, they were able to win control. We've got a Bat ban. Nobody wants to play Bat. Bat ban from GAF as we get ready to head into circuit. Let me get the camera in a decent spot. I owe you all some gambas.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
All right, 3 minutes from now, get your gambas in. Encore showing us Safari here from map 2. Defensive Donkeys just holding good corner here. They didn't try to push up too far. Despite, you know, running the aspect May, you know, a lot of times, particularly when running the May, you might see defense try to push that front corner. But they're playing a little bit more conservative still. They're not able to keep Frozen alive despite that. Damn, down with a huge pick onto Freedom. Does that take enough teeth out of this attack to slow GAF down? Good concussive blast will put Bakura back. Speaking of, I believe, Pharah losing the implosive concussion. Another change we'll see in this. All those perks coming into play, getting changed there tomorrow. No matches tomorrow for EMEA, by the way. Nothing's been scheduled, and with the patch dropping into a brand new season, not just a patch, but a brand new season patch, I don't blame them. So, no matches tomorrow for EMEA. That'll give me time to catch up on some editing anyway. Try to get some of these new videos out. I'm excited. I'm excited to get the new videos out. We've been working on this for so long, y'all. We've been working on this idea and piecing this together for months. All right, Blizzard thrown in defensively onto this point. Oh, Encore gets 2, gets 3. Gets the direct following the ultimate. And a nice little 3-piece there, coupled with the Kitsune rush. You can see all the assists of the kill feed. A perfect rush from Jumba. Flawless assault. And so far, we're looking at a 1-death attack out of GAF as they're threatening to get the second point on the board. Keep an eye on this Kitsune rush out of Akasha. They're able to hold on to this important ultimate. And you've also got a Frozen OC. Freedom will have 1 to match. In fact, I would anticipate that Freedom ultimate to come out directly. Oh, Frozen Shake runs out into the sound barrier. And then, yeah, just no more ults are invested after that. DAP's going to hold on to their beat. And we'll get 2 points on the board with a 5-minute plus time bank here for those who GAF. Simultaneous overclocks, but Damien Dapp has that. Ooh, still, even with the bait, Frozen will not win out that duel. And a beautiful shot will finish off the Lucio themselves. Oh, the jump shot on Akasha. That was just Freedom's fight. We were all just along for the ride. A very low Fern will go top. Swift step for Jumba to get them out of harm's way, and we're just going to get a little extra push here, but that's with the loss of their tank. Yeah, that's just going to be the end of this attack from GAF. Good limit testing, as, you know, GAF gets some extra shots in, but don't lose anybody on the exit. That's the rush down low. Oh, that was a defensive rush, by the way. Watch for... Yep, there it is. Let's say, watch for Encore to come to the right-hand side of your screen there in Juba's screen. Drops back into the back hallway. I mean, there was a Blizzard thrown in from Aspect through somewhere in that. And they've... But, did they get a kill on that? I'm not sure that they did. Fern, okay, yeah, they did get Fern in that exchange. It's not gonna matter. Oh, no. Okay, the ball comes back. No tank on this point. And so GAF do not have a whole lot of sustain. Encore's able to find Akasha. Do they have enough punching power? They're able to stick around long enough. They get it done. Fern returns the cap with over 2.5 minutes. What an attack. They're out of GAF. 4 deaths apiece.
Match.
No, 4 deaths apiece. 6 deaths apiece, actually. 4 deaths total from those who gaff. 4 team deaths from those who gaff. 30 team deaths from DhillDonkeys.
Ready for battle.
Look up in the trees! It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Encore.
5,
All right.
3, 2,
I've seen plenty of fantastic attack runs. Equalized. Gotta have a head space. Gotta have the heart. We'll see if these asses have the heart. They're donkeys, huh? All right. Sarah Bellis, thank you for the follow. Cool name. Great May wall. Fern almost got caught by that. Man, what a huge kill that would have been. Fern's still low, as is Encore, but it's Freedom who finds first blood in this second round on circuit. That was on a knife's edge. If donkeys are able to get either of those aforementioned Encore or Fern, but particularly Fern as low as they were, that would just be, I mean, a push onto the back of the point, and it would force a retake out of GAF to save this point A. That would have been an enormous pick. Fern just stays alive by the hair of Chitty Chin Chin. Another great wall. That one actually not as good. Leaves a bit of an escape avenue, and Fern just disengages to the corner. So that was more of a mediocre wall. Kitsune Rush to follow it up. Yet another, that one pretty mediocre as well. Leaves a gap. Freedom's able to escape. Here comes the counter punch. Freedom's low, but has an OC to work with. Gets topped up. I was about to, I was ready to call that aggressive slide, but I was ready for it. Encore though, whoo, just gets popped. Let's see, Frozen on the response here. It was Dap with a huge advantage in the Kitsune Rush. Freedom is still holding on to that OC and is able to get a Kasha with it. Squid is low, Freedom is down. Fern's gonna pop the Annihilation, run forward to find that kill on a Frozen. Squid stays alive long enough to drop this beat into the end of this fight. There is a Blizzard there as well, buying a little bit of space. Both the Sound Barrier and the Blizzard go quiet. Donkey's kind of forced back to this corner. Encore hiding inside the clothing store with the barrage. Does kill still currently have inverted concussion to work with it. Potential. Shot onto Aspect's gonna find them early. There's the drop down. Up into the air goes the far. I don't think any ambush is really needed anymore. I mean, it's Freedom's already just delivered it to you. Good old fashioned shot to the dome. Well, that was a little FAFO. Gosh, I said play silly games. Get wrecked. I mean, that's a huge advantage. Encore. Shut down. Oh my goodness. Falls out of the sky like a sack of potatoes. Now Kasha throws in that Kitsune Rush, built up over that big advantage. Jumba still 15% behind, trying to catch back up to the fight. Sitting here hoping they can keep their tank alive, but Fern was stuck behind a good wall there from Aspect. That went actually good this time. Annihilation thrown into the end of this fight. Suzu already used. Junba's low. Oh, but it's Freedom who gets the kill. Bakura opts to try to focus on Fern, and it actually works. Is able to find that kill onto the tank. The Annihilation persists here to the back of the fight, but Freedom eventually is going to wrangle them. Frozen still alive. Both DPS available from the defensive GAF as they try to hold. Aspect returning. Gets Squid with a headshot. The point is already capped. Bit of a messy finish to that fight. And this defense will show up in time to set up a defense here at the top of the hill. Okay, you exchange Sound Barrier for Deadeye. That's actually a great exchange there if you're Donkeys. You gotta be able to keep the core alive. Aspect responds with a Blizzard. Looks like it could have been huge, but everybody scampers out of it before you know it. And Freedom is able to land another critical kill here in the mid-fight. It's been so good when things get kind of just messy like this. It's been Freedom, time and again, who's delivered an important kill to tilt the balance. Aspect to a Genji. Akasha with a Kitsune Rush. Keep an eye, the healing of food flying across your screen. Akasha really needs to make it to the pillar and get that Kitsune Rush down in towards the back line. Frozen's kill could just deliver on that. Ooh, and it's going to be GAF who actually make the decision. They put the Kitsune Rush down in the lower half of the hill. Akasha does choose to respond, and they're able to kind of exchange blow for blow here, but nobody has the advantage. And really, Frozen's kill has kind of been negated, as reinforcements now show back up for this defense, and we're back at a clean 5v5. DPS ults available here for both Encore and Freedom. Encore pops out, catches Frozen and Akasha with the Blitzkrieg barrage. God, that's what I was going for. God, it'd been so good if I didn't trip over it the first time. Hey, it works out. The maneuver works better than my description of it. All right.
This ends now.
All right, Ted's got a 5 Freedom. Sound Barrier thrown in very, very early in this fight. I mean, things kind of thinned off the OC. You don't leave yourself with a whole lot of tools to push up the rest of this corner. Fairly clean disengage out of GAF. They're able to get both supports back inside the hotel. Actually, Fern is going to back up and join them. Encore was by themselves. The tank gets caught. Oh, the swift Suzu does not work out. Sound Barrier now thrown in a re-engage for this 4v5, but an Annihilation is in play here from Bakura. Nevertheless, they do lose one. 4v3 favoring the Donkeys. A very low Squid will get caught by the Vortex, and the Tendrils will wrestle Freedom down to the ground. This is going to be Donkeys extending their life here on Circuit Royale. Assuming that Encore doesn't just kill 5 amidst the opponent Kitsune Rush. I mean, Akasha has to invest a Kitsune Rush. Honestly, oh, that one kind of hurts your economy. That one hurts the wallet a bit. Your investment banker frowns. It's going, I don't know about that one. The RI not looking good on that one, Chief. That was my investment banker voice. I don't. Kitsune Rush could be powerful here. Okay, Frozen is able to back away, get around the corner. Rockets obviously poured in from above from Encore. Freedom is able to catch Damien, and Frozen gets booped off the side. Actually, the Conk Mage has been a finishing blow. I thought I saw Frozen get inside, frankly. Now that I'm replaying in my brain what we just saw happen on your screen. Anyway, you slice it. It's a big hole with 40 seconds to go. GAF have plenty of tools. The OC and the barrage not far behind this available Kitsune Rush. Frozen having to sit up all the way down kind of the end of the street just to find any safe aspect to push in, any safe space to push in. Aspect moving in the left-hand side. Big 4K save this team in map 1. He's going to go up with the blade. Doesn't quite hit that swipe up top. Gets absolutely nothing. Firm pops a annihilation up close, barrage tossed in over the top to try to clean out this hotel lobby. Encore is able to pick up one, and Aspects is eventually brought down. This defense just has all the tools they need, had everything in the pocketbook. Even if it didn't all go perfect, there was more than enough to spare. It's gonna be a 2-0 lead for GAF, the win here on Circuit Royale.
Play of the game.
Target down. 2 down. Recharging.
Runasapi pick, Sojourn ban, and a side swap. Donkeys are like, fine, give us those red outlines. And no playing Soj. I mean, very quickly. Ramatra ban here from GAF. A dominant performance. I mean, it's squid you know at 33-2. Encore and Freedom both at 38 elims apiece. And then you've got Bogged Fern at 17.5k leading the lobby. An impressive map too. Let's see if GAF can close it out here on another Donkeys pick. We head into Runasapi. Get your gambas in. 3 minutes as of hearing this. Get your gambas in.
Five, four, three, two, one. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
It's small. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Encore comes back out in the Gladiators Forum. Here into the far more open. Yeah, the far more open Runasapi. There's much high ground to play around. And, I mean, despite being down 0-2, don't let the think Frozen's been missing shots all night long or anything. Frozen's nasty here with this Cowboy. And now that Donkeys have been able to ban out the Soj, you know, kind of have to force this Cowboy duel. I mean, I've heard mixed results on people's thoughts on Cassidy on Runasapi, but with that, aside from that, they have at least been able to force the duel. We're not getting like Freedom into Freya, or anything like that. We talked about just what a crazy matchup this is. The kind of the unknowns of GAF, at least on this stream, versus the unexpected. That is the DhillDonkeys, both finding themselves at the top of the standings at 6-0. Bakura swings to find a good kill on to Encore, trying to get healed up, but unfortunately Aspect cannot find the same. But you know what? That added vitality may not be necessary with Frozen popping too with that Deadeye. He's going to roll back, play it safe with the Kitsune Rush still in play. Despite it being a 4v2, smart from the Donkeys to not disrespect the Kitsune and trade unnecessarily late in this fight. So they will get this just slightly over 2-minute checkpoint. The best that we have seen DhillDonkeys all night long, honestly. Only one death so far. Aspect has been the only one to fall in 2 team fights. Encore will double the amount of deaths there for the DhillDonkeys. Flies it up the top. Barrage to hit the aerial Akasha. Cannot get down into their own lamp to save their own hide. And this will be a fight win in here from GAF. Yeah, as soon as I started talking about donkeys only having one death. Oh, look at the weapon charm, y'all. I love the little penguin. Oh my goodness, how have I not noticed that? I love the little penguin. That is amazing, Fern. Fern, that is amazing. Backing off the corners. There was a bit of a rotation in. Yeah. Good read there from Fern. They're trying to move around, rotate, end up getting a trade onto the Cassidys. This puts the, I would feel like it would push the team with the Mafara in a much advantageous position, much more advantageous position. Trying to hunt down Aspect, who does have a Blizzard. That ultimate, though, could just end this whole fight. Bakura already down. Did they try to invest it? No, absolutely not. And so we get 2 fight wins in a row out of GAF. Aspect Blizzard right on the tails of a court. Goes in, checked the store. Uh-oh, it has all the room in the world to work. Freedom moves inside. This is a 3v1 inside the store. Headshot onto Aspect, but they're able to get out of there. They do have to use their wall to protect their escape. Meanwhile, Ant Matrix up on the front line. The response as GAF has their own window. Blizzard thrown into the back line, kind of whiffs. You see the flank from Aspect, they end up just ragdolling across your screen as Fern hits a mean energy jab. Bakura is going to get booped into harm's way, but Frozen picks up a pair of kills. And this is the Donkeys winning out a nasty little fight here. One that looked like it was going in GAF's favor. What's up, Bodie Bodie? Oh, my dog just came in and laid down behind me. Oh, I know, you're amazing. Who's the bestest boy? Who's the bestest boy? Give me some bow dancing emotes in chat. So that was going to get very close quarters very quickly. That was going to turn into some tiny Overwatch. Encore is still just throwing rockets down Main Street at the moment. You can see Aspect trying to play inside. Does drop the wall up. We do get a rotation from the DPS out of GAF. They're going to send both of them through the inside. There's the concussion into the barrage to pick up 2. It's Frozen out of their dead eye. Aspect gets the response. I mean, Encore and Freedom both get popped. Punished for this higher risk play. Now, you're missing a Lucio here if you're Donkeys. The 2 Reeses have been down there staring at each other. Bakura's going to pop in a late Terror Surge, but the lamp comes in. I mean, you do at least get a sound barrier out of Squid, you know, so, I mean, not totally without merit, but I think GAF have got this fight. As I say that, Akasha comes up with a late pick, but GAF do, in fact, win out the fight. What are we looking at? Blizzard Beat versus Terra Window. Oh, that's a cancel Blizzard. Yeah. Aspect just got destroyed by Fern. Didn't even get the Blizzard out, but they got killed anyway. I mean, that was like double cancel. Double Blizzard Jacks. Kasha, I mean, still, once again, you know, when things are looking down for Donkeys, you can count on Akasha to trade one. But here, with less than 3 minutes to go, GAF will finally get this checkpoint. Something they have fought quite hard for. They're dangerously close to this lead as well, after an enormous Blizzard cancel there from Fern. The lead here in their match point for GAF. Deadeye from the back line from Freedom. Oh, that's a lot of circles. Jumba's already down. Can they match? Got some damage in on Frozen. Not enough. Jumba drops the I am a chud in chat after dying early in that fight. Encore trying to bring it back around. Actually gets Pear. Gets Dap out of that fight. Which, killing the speed is, you know, guys, has some significance. Give me the last one to spawn. I think he's going to spawn. Yeah, you're going to get the group spawn back there. So you get all three of them taxied back. Encore lands a beautiful direct finish off Bakura at the very beginning of this fight before those three can return and regroup. That felt like a lot of unnecessary percentage. Great 8 matrix. I love the swing on this. I mean, you know, it looked good. Didn't quite swing as wide as maybe you would have liked, but still a good angle. Sound barrier though, combined with the Terra, will fend off the Terra Surge. And that is another fight win here for GAF. This one with 30 seconds left in the time. Feel like one more team fight win would just be the series here for GAF and have only one more undefeated opponent in their way. Frozen starts the fight with a Deadeye. Damien down with the sound barrier in the pocket. Juma is just going to hold this Ant Matrix. It's going to be everybody brought in by the Terra Surge. That's going to get the sound barrier out from Dap. Great value. Bakura and company able to find Fern with that, and it's exactly what you needed. You not only fended off an ultimate from the other side, but you're able to leverage it into an important fight win. Now, this kill from Encore, you know, it's sending a message back the other way. And remember, donkeys have to be perfect, or the series is done. No butt scratch moment. They will immediately start making progress. There's the drop down from Jumba. Frozen playing from inside the clothing store. Bakura's got to stay on this point. Frozen not able to survive through, and Barrage comes in from Encore to help clear off this back line. Bakura now just looking like they're in a lot of trouble. There's the lamp from downtown. Zakasha is just desperately trying to keep the donkeys alive. The lamp is gone. It's just Akasha and Bakura versus the world. Ant Matrix up. Gets the kill onto Freedom. Bakura is still hanging on by a thread, but Jumba finally gets that kill, and we'll put an end to this series. GG's in the chat. GAF now move up to 7-0 with only one more undefeated opponent left sharing this top of the mountain. All eyes now set on Extinction Archelon. Here, if you are those who get. Some stats there for map 3. Oh, it started off so good for donkeys. Yeah, first 2 fight wins go your way. I mean, pretty flawlessly at that. You start, you know, building up some ultimates. You get an early checkpoint, and you're able to hold off GAF with that. You're able to leverage that. And, I mean, where you maintain the advantage up until the final 3 minutes. But as we've seen time and time again in Runasapi, the map doesn't really start until that final 3 minutes. And we saw, I think, a couple, 1 or 2, and it's really all it took. 1 or 2 reckless ults, I think, thrown in from DhillDonkeys, and that separated them from taking that map 3. I think it was with Kitsune Rush from Akasha that I think felt a little unnecessary, and like the Mist Blizzard Like that missed blizzard from Aspect trying to come in on that flank, and really just kind of botch that flank blizzard. Like those two were really painful moments, I think, in the ult economy that left GAF with enough to really push it home. GG's all around. I mean, Bogged Fern about as consistent as you can get. It's 25 and 5 in both map 1 and map 3. But FPS Encore at 38 and 4 there in that Circuit Royale. Of course, your DPS needing to step up in a long-range map like Circuit. Freedom and Encore do just that. Wow, look how consistent this is. This is wild. So, Freedom 25, Encore 20 in map 1. Encore 25 and Freedom 20 in map 3. So, your DPS had 45 kills in map 1 with your tank had 25 kills. Round 3 had the exact same stats. How wild is that? And only 1 death difference between all 3 of those players. That is just wild consistency between those 2 maps. 4 and 5 deaths. Look at the supports. They swap deaths. Couple of, like, the biggest difference is like a couple of extra kills there on map. That's just wild to me. Like, that those 2 stats could be so damn similar. Anyway, MVP, I think, has to go to Fern. I don't know, Freedom. I mean, and one thing we're talking about map 2 is whenever it felt like GAF needed to tilt the balance in the mid fight, it was Freedom who delivered. And that's the way that iTest felt, even though like they have the most deaths there on Circuit. Fewest elims actually there in that final map. I think Freedom's your player of the match. I think Freedom was the one that delivered in the crucial moments time and time again. And a lot of time in that mid-fight. I mean, exceptional teamwork all around. Very clearly, everybody from GAF kind of on the same page and working as a hive mind. And that's part of their strength and why they sit 7-0. It's not like one person really took over from any role. But I think Freedom delivered in the important moments here today.